All verse rising, my soul family. Peace to the god stars and goddesses of this angel number multiverse in this timeline, and the alternate timeline versions of the god stars and goddesses of the angel number multiverses of infinite dimensions. So today we are going to talk about the spiritual solutions of the reason why open connections is better than monogamy with Daze, Roque. So we're going to have the goddess right here share her thoughts on why open connections with soulful god stars and goddesses make sure that soulful unity is built for nations for father and mother nature essence, and no divorce and child support is pushed in open polyamory. You feel me? So we're going to start off with you, Daze. Tell us your thing about open connections with the god stars and goddesses is better than the matrix, slavery, monogamy, indoctrination. Also, Daze, you had told me in conversations before that you didn't really feel happy with the monogamy indoctrination that the slave owner Europeans had placed upon this planet called Earth to just ruin the laws of nature of father and mother nature, because we both know that animals are open polyamory. A lot of animals, especially lions, leopards, tigers, cheetahs, they have open polyamory god star and goddess connections to build a soulful unity nation, to keep the soulful vibrational multiverse flowing with evolution of healing. You feel me? And the European slave owners and etc. slave owners, they try to place monogamy to control a lot of the humanoids and humans on planet Earth,
Hi, Jules. This is Daze, Roque, and this is my story. As a child, I was neglected. I never received my mother's love. I actually rejected her care because she wasn't healed, and I had to grow up healing my mother. So seeing my mother stay in a relationship where it was toxic and just arguing every day and being unhappy but still sleeping with that person that night, it just made me have that point of view that that's what love was. So being 24 now and living in this matrix world, I've been in monogamy relationships in the past, and I actually just left one because there was a lot of dishonesty, cheating, energy shifts where I knew what my intuition was telling me, but that person was saying something else. Just being in just monogamy relationships and having that matrix label, I just never had that fulfilling love that I never received. And also with us living in a matrix world, I realize when I speak on having open connections, people who believe in Christianity and marriage and being committed to one person, it actually stops you from being your higher self, especially if you're not with a soulful being. And also being in an open connection, you can meet other people, meet new perspectives. You're not just stuck on one person and just being so obsessed with that one person. You're just open to a lot more new connections, and the end result, you'll achieve soulful unity between man and woman. There won't be such thing as divorce or child support, and people will be fulfilled with love, just like the animals, just being all together and loving everyone. It's I feel like that's just the way it's supposed to be.
Perfect days, perfect days. You did excellent. You did way beyond perfect on that voice note that you had to share to the Soul Family. And Soul Family, I agree with Daze, Roque, right? Because Daze, Goddess Daze, had literally said she likes open polyamory connections with god stars and goddesses because, it's a lot of honesty and open connections with the god stars and goddesses. God stars and goddesses don't do marriage systems, putting your all in one person, and then you find out this person is a Jezebel demon spirit that you're married to, and you gotta divorce this Jezebel demon spirit, especially if it's a Jezebel demon spirit woman that put the guy in child support, and now the guy is bankrupt. When it comes to polyamory, soulful vibrational connections with spiritually awake god stars and goddesses, the god star that's in an open polyamory connection with all these different goddesses that doesn't fit in the matrix, he don't got to worry about child support and getting ripped off and getting screwed over by the matrix European slave owner demon system. So Daze Roque is actually making a whole lot of sense. It is perfecto, perfecte, excelente, you feel me? So, and animals do the same thing. Animals don't gotta, go through, divorces, child support papers and stuff. That's why the animal kingdom, like, the lions, the leopards, the tigers, every animals in the waters, that's why they have a soulful unity of a nation, right? In ancient times, a lot of African melanated people, a lot of Caribbean melanated people, a lot of melanated Mexican people, they had polyamory connections, right? It will be like one woman. It could be like one woman with like 10 men. And like she meet these 10 men that like takes her to a whole nother world of soulful vibrational evolution, because these 10 soulful vibrational men had like 10 soulful vibrational like multiverses unique to their own. Each 10 men had their own infinite dimensional multiverses of soulful personalities, as individuals. And that one woman was experiencing 10 soulful vibrational men that had 10 different soulful vibrational multiverse personalities that was like elevating her, evolving her. So Daze Roque was making a whole lot of sense. I agree with this message.
And being 24 now and going to the indoctrinations of schooling systems and asking teachers advice and getting just matrix people's opinions on me, when really I should have been becoming my own person. And but it's hard. I mean, if you live in America, you have to follow these rules and go to school and learn about math, science, and all these other pointless topics, and just never having that fulfilling love. I would constantly just pour all my energy into one person just to be disappointed in the end. But now I realize that energy sex transfers is real. Being with Jezebel demon spirits, I realize that I do carry some sort of the energy of the men that I have been with, especially them being soulless beings, but just constantly giving away my body to make others happy and to heal them to their higher selves, but never working out because these people are just stuck on being in these matrix labels and world. But yeah, I just believe that people, especially younger people before they're 18 and even after that, I believe that they should remain celibate. And with the generation coming these days with sex already happening in middle school and elementary school. I just believe that people need to stay away from having sex and just to make connections with people, and like you and me talking about these topics that actually matter.
Perfect, excellent voice notes, Goddess Daze. Very excellent, very perfect. Now, let me tell you this, my soul family. This is the reason why I stopped with the monogamy indoctrination trend that the European slave owners try to force on a lot of humans and humanoids, just so we don't be able to connect with soulful vibrational god stars and goddesses that can make us happy and evolve with us to reach new heights in our god star and goddess powers. You know, I used to put so much energy into one female and disregard a lot of other females around me, whether it was long distance or whatever. And I kept getting hurt over and over and over by the same ex and everything. But then when I stopped following the monogamy indoctrination and I started to branch out to open polyamory connections, everything started to be more better for me. You know, even if I haven't met every single soulful vibrational woman all at once to be in an open polyamory connection with, but, you know, when I found Daze, you know what I'm saying, learning from her, you know, she tell me about like her life story. I tell her about mine, and we connect on a deep level to heal each other from our traumas. And we evolve our goddess and god star powers. Like I said, me and Daze evolve our god star and goddess powers by talking about our life stories to heal each other. So that way we can be our best versions of ourselves, like a Patara fusion, like on some Gogeta and Vegito fusion type deal, like on some Dragon Ball type deals for my anime heads out there. But, you know, when us god stars and goddesses realize that, you know, the monogamy, marriage, and divorce system is a scam, and we god stars and goddesses tap back into our ancient ancestry roots of just like connecting with soulful vibrational god stars and goddesses to be able to build a soulful vibrational unity nation to heal this multiverse, healing all planets, whether it's planet Earth, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, planet Isodio, Sadala, planet Serial, all these different planets. The soulful vibrational unity of polyamory god stars and goddesses heals the multiverse. This monogamy stuff is a cage prison of a money system that rapes the man to go bankrupt with child support and divorce system. And a lot of goddesses that do that open polyamory connection, they the ones who be all for the men to never be ripped off of child support and divorce systems. Because spiritual beings, we don't do marriage systems with child support and divorce systems, and trying to put our all in one person that could turn out to be a Jezebel demon spirit. That's not a soulful vibrational goddess and god star frequencies. So Daze, I'm proud of you for sharing this topic with us, and we're going to let the soul family share our messages and see how everything flows in the multiverse. Thank you for your time.